Hot water, cold water. Cold water feels so good when I have allergies. Okay. And then, do we have anything else we need to go live on? YouTube, TikTok, Discord. I was thinking about going live on Instagram, but nobody ever comes to that, so it's probably fine. So I'll just go live on holdmyhandwholesale.com too. How much was the wall? The moss wall was like 10K. And we should be good to go, hopefully. Oh, are we just not gonna work? Damn, it broke. Okay, well, can't go live on the website. The website broke again. I'll talk to Chris about this really quick. Jesus Christ. Hey, Chris, I cannot go live on the webcam right now. It just kind of won't let me unmute or do anything, or on not the webcam, the website. Anyways, let me know what's going on here. Yeah, all right. It is what it is. Okay. We're live on our 3 main platforms. So I'm gonna start with some calls, and then yeah, I'll bring people up for questions. Y'all remember the I think you're sick, not allergies. I just have terrible allergies. It's I'm not sick, trust. This happens this time of year every year. It's just so bad. Anyways, I thought I grew out of it because it wasn't so bad last year, but I have not grown out of it. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to make a couple calls, sneeze on the phone, apologize to the seller for sneezing on the phone, and then we're gonna get a deal. Now, I actually remember the call that I made for that student, Mr. Seattle or something, Johnny Seattle. I actually got that deal. Johnny, they actually accepted the offer. Where's Johnny Seattle? Oh, he's not here. I'll text him. I'll text him and tell him that they accepted the offer. So you guys remember this deal that I called on? I made a call on a deal in Detroit. I did that on Friday. I did it live, and they accepted that offer. They said yes to it, and that is probably something that we can sell for $5,000. And now I have my buyer walking it, and I'm 2 for 2 with this guy. Like, I've been giving away deals left and right from my wheel spin. I spin this wheel, and after the wheel spins, it lands on something, and one of the prizes it can land on is it says deal of your choice plus email and phone call. And the first deal I called with Johnny Seattle, I got it, but I ended up wanting to buy it, so it wasn't a wholesale deal. So I was like, look, man, I'll make it up to you. I'll get you another one. I called on Friday, and guys, the agent called me back today and said yes to my offer. They said yes to the 72. The house rents for $1,450, and we're going to have the buyer walk it. So I'm briefly going to call the buyer right now and ask him if he saw the group chat. See if he picks up. Hopefully he does.
Your call has been forwarded to.
Okay, no response from him. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple acquisition calls and see if I can get another one. I want to know if there's anything I potentially missed. So walkthrough scheduled. Oh, we were looking for Chose Us. We were looking for the influencer. Do you guys remember that? We were looking for an influencer. We had this guy, he came on my live stream and he was asking me for a deal in Florida. And he said he was going to get me the buy box. Wow. Okay. I remember what we were doing. Let's call the agent and see what they, oh. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
I was just calling to see if you got the group chat text I put you in with the agent to walk that property.
Let's see here. Yes, I see it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just send your guy to that property and let me know if it's good condition or bad condition.
Is there somebody living there, you said?
No, this one is vacant. But I did say that we got a tenant to move into Merland at they want to pay $1,200 a month and they're ready to sign
I saw that.
a year-long lease. And they also have somebody who wants to rent out the other unit as well. So I should be able to get it to you guys 152 fully occupied at $2,400 a month or higher.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful. It's not very good.
Yeah, so that should be close to a 30% cash on cash. It's one of my better ones.
What's the taxes in that area?
I don't know, but I would estimate probably anywhere from $275 to $325 per month on that.
Yeah, because the taxes are a lot higher. It seems like they're doing bigger, higher reassessment.
So I think you're probably looking at, call it $300 a month. But
was Chris the one that rehabbed that one?
No. We had technically, but not really. I bought this thing half renovated. The interior was already fully done. And I had Chris put on a roof and siding and new mechanicals, but the interior was already renovated.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right. I responded there. I'd seen them tell me what time works best and we'll go get it walked.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, I'll let you know about Merlin's rehab, and when it's almost done, we can go under contract. In fact, maybe we can even do that now. Does your buyer want to buy?
Let me get with them on that. That was my to-do list later on. By the way, do we have any more duplexes in Ohio?
Ohio came out with a law that restricted wholesaling. And now you have to notify the tenant, or not the tenant. I'm sorry, I'm slow today. Now you have to notify the seller that you're wholesaling it, which makes it harder to wholesale in Ohio on market. So maybe we do, but it's just kind of a challenge with that now.
So nobody's looking for deals in Ohio right now.
I think we have. So here's the thing. I have 2 closing in Ohio. I have 2 duplexes in Ohio that are closing right now, and they're off-market deals. The seller has more and will let us keep wholesaling them after these close. So we might be able to get you a couple more off-market in Ohio, but it's just a little bit of a challenge.
Okay, so I got a guy that only wants to buy in Ohio.
Okay, yeah. Well, Detroit, I'm producing these duplexes left and right. I've got 2 coming to market here soon.
Which is great. Perfect. That's an absolute win.
All right.
Let's do it.
Well, let's get a walkthrough scheduled on that one, and we'll keep ripping.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Talk soon, man. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
So he's going to be buying my finished fix and flips. That's really good. So I'm actually selling my fix and flips before they hit the market. I'm in this thing for $110,000. He's paying $152,000. And I'm not even done with the rehab yet, which is great because remember, a realtor is usually going to take 6% of the sales price just to find you that buyer. And here I don't have that fee. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a free house in Arizona. So I actually had a lead come in today for my editor. He manages some of my DMs. And I think we have a really nice free house in Arizona to get. I'm doing real estate acquisitions calls, but I'm wholesaling the houses instead of buying them. I guess I'm also buying them, but I'm doing both at the same time. And then I'm going to bring people up for questions after. Hi, Cincha. Hello. Hopefully I said your name right. I'm interested in the duplex in Akron.
Your call has been forwarded to.
The duplex in Akron sold already, so that one's unavailable. My editor is going to come in shortly here, and he'll show us this deal. But I also have another one. So I have another one here. The seller reached out to me. Gosh, these allergies. Oh, my God. We are looking at, gosh, where is this thing? This is killing me. There it is. So this guy wants me to assume his mortgage in Phoenix, Arizona. I think he can get me to. Hey, what do you have?
Yeah, it's a home in Suntan Valley, Arizona. Suntan Valley, I've never heard of, but it's got like 115,000 people there. I will send you the address right now.
Oh, I think I already have this seller. I think I've already been texting with him.
Really?
Santan Valley in Diatomite Drive.
Possibly. Let me check. Tyler.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the one. Is that your deal?
Yeah, he reached out to me on TikTok, and I've been talking to him. But I'm gonna
Okay.
what do you know about it?
Nothing. No, he submitted it to our property. He submitted it today. And so he said he's going to get a new job over in California. He's looking to get out of it. The original loan amount was 404, and he says we own 393. He said my interest rate is at 4.75%.
Dude, this is a deal. I actually have a buyer for it already. He lost his last deal, so we had a deal in Arizona, but then the seller started swearing at the TCs via text, and I was like, hey man, we actually had a buyer locked in for this and we're ready to go, but we don't want to do the deal with you anymore. But this is perfect, and I bet he'd pick it up too.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So no equity, low interest rate. So, yeah, you want me to send you his number?
I actually am texting with him right now. I have his number.
Oh, okay. All right, sounds good, dude.
Yeah,
he submitted that today, so I haven't seen that one.
It'll be a nice flip, or it'll be a nice little wholesale.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right, sounds good, dude.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the situation on this. This happens like multiple times per week. But essentially, we get sellers who have houses for 400, 500, 600,000, and they owe exactly that amount. And the thing is, like I just was telling you for my fix and flip, when you're selling one of your properties, you have to pay a 5 or 6% fee to the realtor that sells it. Meaning that if you sell a house for 400 and you owe 390, you're actually going to have to come out of pocket just to sell your house. So a scenario that I run into, I'm talking probably 3 or 4 times per week, and there's probably somebody in the chat. Like there's probably somebody in the chat who says, I'm in this position. Is there somebody in TikTok who has a house and the mortgage is exactly what the property is worth? Well, if you had to sell that, you would have to pay your realtor $10,000 or $15,000 just out of your pocket. Like there would be no equity for you to gather. So I run into this situation constantly, and you see me negotiate it all the time. And in this scenario, I'm gonna try to get him to pay some of the closing costs too. I'm gonna go a step beyond having the seller not making any money on the sale. I'm gonna see if the seller will pay some of my closing costs. And the reason I want to see if he can pay some of my closing costs is because he typically have to come up with like $15,000, $20,000 to sell the house. Walkthrough just got scheduled on the Detroit property that I called on for Johnny Seattle. Last week, I gave away a deal to Johnny Seattle, and we actually got it. We actually got the deal. So kind of cracked, but let's do it again. Let's do it again. By the way, that was an on-market property. It was just sitting on market. I found it using lightning leads, and we just give them a call. Anyways, this is how you get a house for $0 down and without qualification. That's the biggest part. No credit check, no debt to income ratio. I don't care if you guys have a bankruptcy on your credit. You don't have to have credit to do what I'm doing here. So let's go ahead and give them a call.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
I'm looking at your house on, am I going to butcher this name? Diatomite?
You're close, man. Diatomite.
Diatomite. Yeah, I'm looking at this now, and it looks like a brand new property. It looks like it's in really good condition. And this is something you're looking to sell?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys list it on market with a realtor, or just got the idea to sell it now?
No, I just think it's going to be too much money out of pocket. There's been some houses that have recently sold around here. One behind us and then one down the street. And one was 200 less square feet. One was 200 more square feet. So we were going to be right in the middle of those two. And I think if we tried to sell it, we might get like 385 right now. So,
Oh man. And what do you owe on it? You owe a little bit less or a little more than that?
so I made a payment today. Before that, it was 393,946. So,
So if you sold for 385, I mean, you'd be listing on market with a realtor. Realtor's probably going to charge you 5%. They probably cut you a little deal because of this scenario, but realtor takes 5%. Oh my gosh, yeah, you'd walk with 365 and you said you owe 385?
393.
Oh yeah. Okay, wow. So
I did just make a payment today. But yeah, so it'll be a little bit less.
So essentially you'd have to come up with like $18,000 if you were to sell your house with a realtor, and that's if they hit your asking price.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So yeah, I watch you on TikTok, man, and I figured you're probably going to be my best option if it's even something that.
We'd love to. You know, it's funny. I was in a scenario. I was in a situation maybe 4 days ago with a seller in the exact same position, also in the Phoenix metro area. And unfortunately, he started being really rude to our transaction coordination team. And I was like, we don't really want to work with you, man. He was just sending all of this stuff in our group chat. And my buyer was like, I really wanted that deal. And then like literally a day or so after that happened, you reached out with a house like a couple miles away in the exact same position. So I've got a guy who's on board for this. We essentially can move this because you've got a good interest rate. You know, you can't, I know it's a headache to you, but nobody else can get a 4.75% interest rate. So it's pretty desirable.
Mm-hmm. And it is an FHA loan. So, you know, it's assumable.
Yeah. Now we go about it a little differently because, you know, I've got about 22 houses right now. They don't really want to let me get any more mortgages. You know, I'm kind of tapped out on my mortgages. So what I do is I do it the same way you transfer it to family. I mean, at one point, like let's say you don't want to sell the property, you hold on to it. You're going to give it to your kids, right? Your next of kin.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do it.
But if you did that, it's kind of a crazy law. But if you did that like 30 years down the line, let's say the house is worth $1 million in 30 years and you fully paid off the mortgage, your kids have to pay the capital gains tax on what you bought it for versus what it's worth now. It's like 20% on $800,000 or $700,000. So what people do to avoid that tax is they put the house in a trust and then they give their kids the trust. What we do is we say, let's put your house in a trust and I will buy the trust off of you for the cost of closing this deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the same situation as an assumption. It does get offset from your credit score, so you would be able to qualify for a new loan. In fact, I've got a mortgage broker just in case you do want to get a new loan who we feed these deals to after you've sold. But the way that I would do it is I'd reach out to my buyer who is interested in the other property and I'd say, hey, we can get this guy's house for just what he owes on the mortgage. We won't have you bring any money to the closing table, and then see if that person's interested. It is a negatively cash flowing property, but you're in a good area with a good rate. So I think they might be interested.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So July 1st is probably a tentative start date out in California for this new job. So
Great.
All I would ask is, you know, give us until July.
Sure. Now these closings take 30 days. So, you know, even if we come to an agreement today here, and essentially the offer is we'll take over your mortgage as it stands. We'll pay the cost to transfer the property. So it's not like a profitable scenario for you, but you're not losing the 18.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, we put 7,500 into the backyard. So, yeah, there's a little grass back there and some trees and stuff. So I think it's a good place for a family to move into, you know.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I don't think that we're going to have any issues moving this deal. I can send you an agreement if you're ready to make something happen now. Is there anybody else you need to talk to about this?
I told my wife, you know, I would look into it, and she's on board, man.
Great.
So
Great.
I don't know if you need both of our signatures.
Depends who's on title.
She's on the title. She's not on the loan.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
no.
So what I can do is I'll just send it to both of you. If you just give me your email and their name, I'll send it to your email, and then she can sign within your email.
Nice. Okay. Are you ready for my email?
Would you mind texting it to me just in case
Okay.
we have a little typo in here? I just want to make sure that I can copy and paste it so it's not wrong.
You want me to text it to this number
Yeah.
or the other phone number?
The other phone number is my assistant Andrew. He was getting back to you at the same time.
Nice.
But this is my cell phone number here. So just go ahead and shoot over a text and I will work on the agreement. Or actually, I'll put you in a chat with my transaction coordinator. They'll do the agreement and gather all of your information.
Okay. So you want me to wait for that text?
Yeah,
or?
it'll be right after this phone call.
Okay. Perfect, man. Yeah. I'm ready to do the deal today.
Great.
And once my wife gets home from the grocery store and some errands, I'll have her sign it too, and I'll
Excellent.
shoot text over to that group message once we sign it. So you guys,
Perfect.
you guys know.
I'll put you in a chat right after this. I'm going to go ahead and call my buyer and see if he's interested. Off the top of your head, do you know
Yes.
your monthly payment with taxes and insurance?
Yeah, well, so we have some escrow money too. And so let's see, we can we owe escrow. And so that brought the payment a month to $25965, which if I need to call the mortgage company to try and pay off that escrow amount so the payment's back to where it should be, which was $2335 a month.
$2335. Perfect.
It was something like that. Let me look at the loan details. I wonder if that. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I can send you a screenshot of everything too out of the app as well if you need that. But right now, since there's an escrow balance, it's $2,596.65.
Okay. And is the back payments or the back taxes or whatever that may be, is that something that you're able to cover at closing?
Yeah, I can cut a check. The escrow balance is only like $700.
Oh, perfect.
$745.58.
Perfect. Yeah, if the payment could be $2335, that definitely would help getting it a little bit closer to what the house would rent out for. But
Absolutely.
yeah, no worries whatsoever on this. I'm going to go ahead and call my buyer and see if I can get him on board right now. And if not, I'll send it out to my list. And, if this guy's not interested, we're going to have a 5 to 7 day period of time where I'm going to try to find somebody else. Worst case scenario, you're in the exact same position you're in today.
Okay.
So I'll let you know how it goes. I'll communicate with you, but we'll put you in a chat to start and we'll go from there.
Perfect. I appreciate it, man.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today.
All right. Bye, Richard.
That was really easy. Honestly, as I was talking to him, guys, it kind of occurred to me that it's a 4.75% interest rate. The house is in Phoenix, Arizona. I just got it for $0 down. Do we need to make this guy pay closing costs? Maybe I'll make a little bit more, but it's going to help the guy more if we don't have him pay closing costs. So I'll still be able to move it even though he's paying closing costs. I think I'm going to try to call my buyer, and I'd like to ask for 7. And guys, I don't have any other accounts. So if you're being messaged by me right now, they're trying to sell you cryptocurrency and they're going to scam you. Please be careful of that. Okay. So let's call the buyer and let them know, hey, we just got this done. So can I make $7,000 in a couple minutes? Let's see. I'm gonna ask for 7K on this. Let's ask for 7K.
You've reached Cat Rock Mobile Home Park.
Well, let's shoot him a text. Got you a deal in Phoenix. Let's shoot him an address. But I will be asking 7 for that. I think that's a no-brainer. 4.75% interest rate, $0 down. Come on. It's 5082 East Diatomite, he said. Diatomite Drive. That's an interesting name. And that's in San Tan Valley, AZ. And that's one of the better interest rates. That's one of the better interest rates that you can get. 4.75% interest, $0 down, no qualification process. Oh my goodness. That's perfect. It's perfect. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. If you're wanting to do the exact same thing that I'm doing here, I'll show you how to do it. So this is exactly how we would do this. So I'm going to go to Buy Box Cartel. I'm going to share my screen too. I'll show you guys. I'm going to log into Buy Box Cartel, and within Buy Box Cartel, there is a program that shows you people who owe what their house is listed for. So I created a program, and this program essentially shows you what people had their house listed for and what they owed on their mortgage, and then they took it off the market. So like, let's try this out in Austin, Texas. I'll show you guys how we might do this. Check this out, guys. So this is the site. I'm going to click on Lightning Leads right here. Am I sharing my screen with y'all? Okay, check this out. So maybe we try Austin, Texas. I like Atlanta, Georgia, but Austin could be really cool. Austin, Texas. And we could do on market. I'm going to do off market though. That way you don't have to talk to the realtor. What if I paid you $20K to find me a sub 2 deal in Dallas? Yes, I would do that. $20K to find you a sub 2 deal in Dallas? Oh yeah, easy. Okay, so we'll do off market, deal type, mortgage takeover. And let's just go ahead and click search here. Let's go ahead and search it again. Sometimes you have to double search. Why are we doing this? I have to refresh the page. So let's log in again. I live in Austin. Yeah, we could find you this guy wants a deal in Austin for 20,000. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. Lightning Leads. And then sometimes, damn, are we really having tech issues today? Come on, not today. Just do what we did last time we worked, where we worked. Lightning Leads, Austin, Texas, on market, deal type, mortgage takeover, search. Show me Austin. There we go. Okay, there we go. Gosh. Well, let me go ahead and show you, but I need to put these guys in a group chat. I'm going to put these guys in a group chat. So San Tan Valley, and then Lexi, and then Clarissa. These are my TCs. Hey guys, I have a new deal. We'll need a contract for, let's go ahead and grab the address. 5082. Does Lightning Lead show anyone with negative equity? It's working for me now, Mike. I'm seeing it now, but I will. I'll show you guys in just a sec how to use it. Why did we just refresh? That was really weird. So 5082 East Diatomite Street or Drive, San Tan Valley, AZ. Buyer pays closing costs. Price is just mortgage balance. And then at Tyler, what is the current loan balance? and your email plus other seller's name. And then that'll go ahead and get processed and a contract will be sent. Now, going back to lightning leads, I'll show you what I was looking at if we can make this work. I'll call Chris and tell him if there's a glitch. Okay, so we're in lightning leads right now. Lightning leads, let's go back to Austin, Texas. Come on, come on, we're gonna work. Maybe I have too many tabs open. Close all these tabs. Okay, Austin, Texas, off market, deal type, mortgage takeover, search. You're gonna pop up for me. Let's try that one more time. Austin, Texas, search. We worked just a second ago and now we're not working. Why did we do this? Coding software is so frustrating. It's like working, it's perfect, there's no problems with it, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't work. I just had the deals pulled up. I just had you pulled up and we're doing it. Please pick up. Please pick up the phone. I'll show you how to do it on PropStream. Okay, so if you go on Lightning Leads right now, what it's doing is it's refreshing the page and kicking you out, and then it's also not loading search results. So I will go into Lightning Leads, and then all of a sudden the page will refresh and just kick me to the beginning screen. I'm sure now that oh, he's calling me.
Lightning Leads broke.
Yeah. What it's doing is I'm looking for off-market deals in Austin, Texas, mortgage takeover. It won't search Austin, even if you refresh like 2 or 3 times. And then what it's also doing is the screen will freeze and kick you out of the program entirely and make you log back in.
Lovely. Okay, what the fuck? All right, I'll take a look at it. It could just be that maybe a payment didn't go through for data or something.
I think it's glitching as well with the kick out thing. Like it'll just kick you to the home screen again. But yeah, let me know about that because I was trying to do a demo with it and it's not able to work right now.
Okay, Austin, Texas off market.
Mortgage takeover. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take a look at it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right. See you, man. Sorry about that. Bye.
All good. Just did it again. You see it just kicked me out again? That was super weird. It just kicked me out again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use PropStream for this. So check this out. If I use PropStream, like Austin, Texas, it's only going to show me off-market ones and it won't let me skip trace. That's why I wanted to use Lightning Leads. Lightning Leads lets me look at off-market ones. This does not really show me their phone number. So I'd have to go on market. I'd have to do value and equity settings, probably 20% max equity. And then if I wanted a good interest rate, maybe 6% is my max interest rate. Am I sharing my screen? Yes. Why did it do that? Are all of my programs glitching today? MLS, value and equity, and then 6% max interest rate. And look, we're finding individuals in Austin, Texas who have mortgages that are quite close to what they were listed for. This guy's listed for $395, but he has a mortgage balance of $360 and it's been there for 3 months. So if you guys wanted to replicate what I just did, check this out. This is a program called PropStream, and it does the same thing as Lightning Leads, except for it's 2.5 times the price and doesn't skip trace. However, it works. So what I've done is I've put in some filters here. The filters I've put in place are I want it to be active for sale on the MLS, and I want them to have no more than 20% equity, and I want them to have a mortgage balance that has a 6% rate or less, but even a 5% rate or less is feasible here. So 5% rate or less. And like you can find a condo like this. Condo's fine, but we don't want a condo. We actually want a single family. So I'm looking for somebody who has a loan balance that is posted quite close to what their house is listed for. So this guy owes 378 and he has an asking price of 388 and it's been there for 3 months. You see that? Wants 380, owes 378. Right? So they're not going to make any money on the sale. Now here's the problem with this. If you call your realtor and you try to make that offer, the realtor is going to have like a seizure. They can't hear it. They can't hear you. They can't rationalize you. They don't understand how their commission is going to be paid. So it works a lot better to do mortgage takeovers off market. Did you see how that guy had no objection? That guy I just spoke to had literally no objections at all. And he was just down to let me take it over, $0. I could have had him pay closing costs, but as I was on the call, I was like, you know what? This guy doesn't need to pay closing costs. We can just sell it for a little bit less than we would. Was on the phone with the city. What's up? I'm in group. Can I call? Let's see. Because I also want to sell it on this live stream. I want to do the call and then I want to sell. Because then I'd show you guys that we can make $7,000 in just a couple minutes by calling somebody who is going to lose money on the sale, offering to take over their debt for just what their debt stands, and then having somebody pay us a small fee to step into our contract. So here's my buyer. My buyer said I could give him a call. So let me see if I can collect 7 off this.
Hey, Richard, what you got?
It's better. It's better than the deal that I had for you before. The deal that I had before had a 7 or so interest rate, right? 4.75.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we got a 4.75. It is in Santan Valley, which is just Phoenix metro area. So it's still a really good area just outside of Phoenix, not rural. I've definitely heard of it before. We have a seller who's accepted $0 down to take over his debt. And it's a new construction built in 2024, 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,051 square feet. Your monthly payment is $2,335. The rent is $2,000, but I figure you have a different strategy than renting it out.
I do have a different strategy for that. Yeah, send me that info. How much is it to close?
Well, because this one's kind of good and I think I could probably sell it in my buyer's list, I'd love to get $7K to take over the deal.
Send me the info.
Okay, I'll send it to you now. What's just for people listening, what do you do with a house that doesn't cash flow?
When it borders close like that, I do a tenant buyer.
And
I've already got it. A tenant buyer. It's kind of like a lease option. I mean, it is a lease option, so it's just a new term for it. What I do is I'll take the contract, put it in a trust, of course, blah, 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 take over payments. I get a tenant buyer. I take 10% non-refundable down, right? So whatever the ARV is, 10%. I don't do a credit check. They've got 2-year contract to clean up their credit, raise money, whatever they want to do. And in that meantime, they take care of the whole property. If there's a problem with the roof, HVAC, hot water heater, it's their problem. So it relieves me of a lot of stuff, and I get a nice little chunk down. And if they do buy, I went on the back end. So, and then I rinse and repeat, go find another one, like you're doing for me right now. I think I might like this one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's honestly all around a better deal. Would nearly cash flow as a long-term rental, and it's got the better interest rate.
Absolutely, and when you have tenants paying the property down, man, I mean that's all equity in your pocket. It's a great thing to have in your portfolio.
Absolutely. I looked up the population in Santan Valley, just outside of Phoenix. It's over 100,000. It's got 123,000 people. So it's Phoenix, just a little bit down the road from Phoenix.
Awesome, man. Yeah, it sounds great. Send it to me.
Okay, I'm texting you the address now, and I'll see if I can get a mortgage statement from the seller. But he just agreed to the offer, and seems like a really nice guy too. So
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's great.
Perfect. Well, let me send that over to you.
All right. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. So address is above. Rate 4.75. And then our PITI, 2,335. Rent, 2,000. Balloon, none. Total cost to close, 7K fee plus 6K closing costs. And there we go. There we go. So let's break down the deal. This is also doing a really good deed for an individual. So you can feel good about doing this. You can feel good about doing this. Hey there, Mr. Seller, how much are you going to lose if you get your asking price? Like how much you got to come up with a check to sell your property? Yeah, man, I got to come up with $20,000 and that's at my asking price. If somebody gives me below my asking price, I come up with even more. Oh, well, at the end of the day, you have a house in Phoenix, Arizona with a 4.75% interest rate. That in itself is inherently valuable. Why don't we just have somebody take over your debt for $0? That way you don't lose any money on the sale. Sounds good to me. No objection there whatsoever. Hey there, Mr. Buyer. You ever seen a 4% interest rate in 2026? No? Okay, here's one. How much to close? Oh, normally it would be $100,000. That's the down payment for a $500,000 house. But here it's about 13K. No qualification, no credit check. Come on. Is that the guys? Jason's going to do this deal with me. I know he will because bro cash flows hundreds of thousands. That buyer, he's a mobile home park buyer. He makes $200,000 per month. Literally doing mobile home parks, like renting out mobile home parks. So it's kind of insane. So he's going to pick up this deal. I'm sure he will. But that's how you make 7K in well, we talked to the seller for about 5 or 6 minutes and I talked to the buyer for about 3 or 4 minutes. So that's like 7,000 in 10 minutes. Sure, I'll make the money in 30 days, but I don't have anything else to do. My TC team is going to handle the rest, the contract and all of that. And I'm literally just going to wait for this to close. As of right now, I have about $25,000 in wholesale deals in closing. And these are just deals. You have a pipeline. You ever been to a conveyor belt sushi place where they have stuff coming around the conveyor belt? That's how wholesaling feels. Wholesaling feels like you put a deal in the back of your pipeline and it moves all around and then you just get paid out. And then another one comes and you get paid out. So these are all 30-day closings. It's not like I'm going to get wired this right now. But it's cool because I've probably got another $25,000 coming around the conveyor belt. And then further down the conveyor belt, I've got myself a fix and flip. And I've got 3 of those. And each of those fix and flips spits out anywhere from $40K low end to $60,000 high end. And one of the good news about my fix and flips today is I rented out the property as I'm flipping it. One of the rooms is done. One of the units is fully done. I have a tenant in my property. I am collecting rent. They're going to pay me the security deposit as well. And then I'm going to leave the property and somebody else is going to get it. So I just increased my profit on the fix and flip by $3,000. Crazy. Anyways, this is really exciting, guys. I'm really happy to hear this. Now, something else crazy that just happened is, the EMD that I sunk into my deal, I got it back. They sent it back to me, and I have no idea why they did that. They're like, yeah, you know what? You can have the EMD back. And I'm like, the craziest luck in the entire world to get my EMD back. I cannot believe it. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take questions now. I'm going to take questions. People are going to come up and they're going to show me their deals, and I'm either going to make their day or break their heart. Today I had a very nice lady show me her deal. I'm sure she's in the chat. Hi, I think your name was Emily. Hi, Emily. But Emily, you had a house. So Emily had a house in Memphis. It was listed for 100K and she got it for 69K. And it's like, wait a second, that's a deal, isn't it? And the thing is, the house rented out for $1,000. It was a good house. It was a good house. I'm actually kind of tempted to show you guys what it looked like, but it was a really solid house and there was no problem with it. But unfortunately, I don't know the address. I forgot it. But unfortunately, she had a house being offered at 75K and the rent was $1,000. It's like a 12% cash on cash return. It's not a good cash on cash return. So unfortunately, I told her hey, it just doesn't really make sense to buy. But guys, you have to realize that getting a discount is just part of the equation, right? You can get a discount on a property, but if the property is inherently bad in terms of its return on investment, sorry, it's not going to sell. But I think we're all good. I don't think I have anything else to do, but I do have a weird feeling that I'm missing something. Oh. We were going to call the agent for the deals in Florida. We were going to call the agent for the deals in Florida. Let's go ahead and call that agent really quickly and see if I got my deal accepted. Are you still looking for a quadplex in Detroit? Oh, Ryan, I know about the deal that is the quadplex in Detroit. It's too much of a rehab for me. But if you have a different one, I'd take a peek at it. 1 sec, guys. Let me call this agent, and I will take questions. I will take questions for hours and hours. Just wait. So I don't know if they're going to accept the offer here, but if they do, I'll make $10,000. So let's call the agent. This is his phone number. His name is Fritz. Okay, we're not copying and pasting right now. Why? Is Bluetooth turned off? It is turned off. That's why. Let's try that again. Copy the number, paste the number on my phone. There we go. Yeah, bro, look at my outfit. It's working for me.
I'll double
Hey,
dip on
Fritz.
Yeah, hello, it's Fritz.
Hey, Fritz. I've been the guy who's been following up with you over the past couple of days about the no inspection EMD Day 1 offer on Southwest 87th. I was just wondering when you were reviewing offers again on that.
Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow morning. Okay. I'll probably give you a call back sometime around this time tomorrow.
Okay.
Great. Thanks so much. Talk soon.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Now, I also wanted to get the Gap lender. You guys remember the Gap lender that we discussed? What an asset that's going to be for the Discord. What an absolute asset that'll be for the Discord. So you guys know how you have to come up with a down payment to flip houses if you've never flipped a house before? Not anymore. I found a lender who will literally cover the difference between what the first lender does and what the property's purchase price is. So this is a game changer. Do you guys remember that from our live stream? Imagine if you didn't have to come up with a down payment to flip houses. Insane. Absolutely crazy. So that was one connection that I made on Friday. But the other connection that I made on Friday was with that influencer Chose Us. And Chose Us is a flipper, a luxury flipper. And the deal that you're looking at on my screen right now is for Chose Us. However, he has students. He has a ton of students. And I feel like we can find their criteria and sell it to them. And I don't have a lot of buyers who buy in the 300 to 500K price range for fix and flips, just because that's a little bit harder to move right now. I mean, I don't even buy those properties right now, but I'm going to be giving bro a call and I'm going to see if he can send me all of his students' criteria and we can go ahead and feed his students. This is a reminder because I'm going to forget.
Your call has been for.
I'm just going to send bro a video. Hey, man, offers are being reviewed tomorrow for the house that I sent you and the one that you walked. So I'll let you know if we got it by tomorrow. The other thing I wanted to chat with you about is providing deals for all of your students. So I think that there's like a perfect fit between our communities. You've got people who are flipping houses that struggle with the acquisitions. I've got people who are acquiring these deals that are struggling with the dispositions because buyers who want this stuff are far and few between right now because of interest rates. So maybe we can set up a Zoom meeting and you can tell me exactly what they're looking for, where they're looking for it, and then I can upload their buy boxes and then all of our people can go find those deals for them. Because I feel like obviously we're not charging you for that, right? I feel like it's going to be a perfect partnership. And then you can advertise to your students, no need to wonder where your deal comes from. We're going to source that shit for you. So yeah, if you feel like this is feasible, let me know. I don't know if you're already running something like that, but man, what a perfect opportunity this would be. Okay. That's exciting. Let's call Andrew about the last deal and then I'm all yours. I promise I'm all done. It's hard for me to stop calling because the opportunities are everywhere. Oh my God. I promised we're done, but Chris asked me to do a call for him. So Chris wanted me to do a call for him. I'm going to do that. And was there one more? We have this one. And then, oh no. Did we have one more? It's okay. It's okay. I'm bound to forget a couple of things. Just how it's going to go. Let's call Andrew really quick.
See you later, Pat.
What's up, Rich?
Hey, I just had a great call with that seller. Seller agreed to $0 down, and then I called the buyer after for $7,000 down, and buyer said that this one's probably going to work for him.
It's for the Suntan Valley one, right?
Yeah, for the Santan Valley one. So I would just clip the first call, and then probably 20 minutes later call with the buyer, and then there's a brief explanation after that of why this worked for all people, like the seller situation, and then the buyer's position, why they would want it, and then my role as the middleman.
Great. Yeah, I already wrote that down in our chat about 20 minutes ago, so I got both those parts in.
Okay. So not just the call with the seller, also call with the buyer.
Yes, also called the buyers in there.
Okay, huge. Thank you so much. Talk soon.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Okay, so wow, now I really do feel like I'm forgetting a call I had to do. Man. Oh, it's killing me. It's really killing me. I hate when I forget things like this. Davenport, Iowa, seller finance offer made via email. I remember it. I just need to find it. This was the call I had today with Kentucky Street, right? Kentucky Street. This guy. Oh no, that's not it. It's 15789 Kentucky Street. We got the offer accepted on this guy. I made this call last week. They said yes to my offer, which is very good to see. That needs to go into my little follow-up sheet. Offer accepted at 2,000, buyer walking property. Now, agent has more. Because this agent actually told me she has a number of others as well. So that's green. And then I also need to turn this green because we just got this offer accepted on the Santan Valley property. Diatomite. Text color black, fill color green, no bold, 12 font. Jason interested at 7K fee. Turn that green as well. Okay, and this should be probably our last call of today, unless I remember what we were gonna do, but I don't off the top of my head. So we're gonna. I guess I was gonna talk to the Gap lender. We had a Gap lender. I might want to talk to them and figure out if they can help the community get fix and flips at $0 down. I don't really understand how Gap lending works. I get the principle, but I've never done it before. So I don't know what that's based on, but I'm happy to find out. So this is the agent for Peyton Street in Detroit. This is for my business partner, Chris. However, I don't know what Chris wants me to get this property at, so I'll call.
Hey, it's Chris.
I don't know what he wants me to offer for it. So he just wants me to call. I honestly have no idea what the offers could be here. But let's close some of these tabs. Okay, I'm gonna do questions. I can't remember the other thing that I had to do. Oh, the gap lender. Let's call him. Chose us. So this is for the Discord. I don't even need this. This is for the Discord. Chose us. Didn't we have a different chat? Funding. Okay, let's give him a call. Here's the gap lender. His name is Ace.
Hello.
Hey, Ace. My name is Richard Taylor. We were connected by, I know him as Chose Us, but I'm sure you have a different name for him. He's the...
Oh, yes, Chose.
Yeah, Chose. Yeah. So I've got a, here, I don't know if we'd be a good fit for you guys, but I'd love to work with you. I understand you do gap lending.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so we do business and personal funding. I know you have your community that you help get the wholesale houses and things like that. So
Yeah.
a few of those companies and things. Yeah, I mean, so we do creative financing and or personal and business funding, and then usually and we go up to pretty large limits, but we start pretty low too. So anywhere from we have our 25, 50K, 100K clients to our 2 million, 10 million dollar clients.
Sure. Okay. So I'll tell you what we're doing, and you let me know if this sounds like something you could help with. In our program, we have 8,500 students, and I would say probably about 500 people join per week. And sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we have
Oregon.
Yeah. We've got 8,500 wholesalers in the community and about 500 join per week, and all of them would be interested in flipping houses. We tell them to do a couple wholesale deals first so they understand what makes a good flip, so that they don't lose their shirt in the deal. And then after they've done a couple wholesale deals, the goal is to get them to flip a really cheap property. So almost all of our deals are under 200,000. They're in areas like Detroit or... Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, maybe because you're in Oregon.
Oh man, there's 2.5 million people in my city. I'm not in a real place.
Okay.
But yeah, we're flipping cheap houses. We're flipping 200K and below, multifamily and single family properties. And the down payment that they would need to come up with without a gap lender is anywhere from like $5,000 to $12,000. So essentially, we'd be looking to put a link in the community where people can apply for this. They get their initial loan. The loan covers 90% LTC, and then they might need another $5,000 to $12,000 for probably a 3 to 4 month period of time in terms of a gap loan. And that's probably going to be the max that it's going to be. I don't think these guys are going to be taking out big amounts.
Yeah, with that deal. Yeah, I mean, so it sounds like, exactly what I was thinking with something like this is about, 25K-ish, which is what they would need.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't even need that much because like my last purchase was for 77K and my rehab was 25K. So I'm all in the deal with fees for like 110,000. And if somebody were to get lending on that and they didn't cover the entire amount, maybe the lending would be like 100,000 and you have a purchase price of 110. So it might just be a 10K amount that y'all are coming up with for us.
No, understood. I mean, I think with obviously we'll talk to each client, but nobody's ever denied more money. like, but I'm gonna try to stick to like 20, 25 ish, and then obviously with the rest, they can either like, because let's say just like you said, right? If somebody needs like 12 or 15,000, right? If you have, because remember, you still need money to pay the loan too. So if you have that extra money in there, just paying it monthly, now you know you have like a free 6 months to do whatever flip or whatever you need to do, you know?
Usually the lender that we're working with just puts the interest payments that we'd have on the back end of the loan, but I understand that if you only lend
No,
it,
not to pay your loan, to pay.
oh, to pay back the loan for the gap lender.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
now, you have that free money just, and then obviously it's not like they're, wasting it or anything like that because they'll be doing the, flips and things like
Yeah.
that.
So what's I understand because y'all need a significant amount lended to charge good interest on it and to actually get a return, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But, and then not even that too. So I mean, it's not a thing where I'm going to be like, hey, you guys need 50 or 100K. So.
Okay. I would imagine that they could probably take out 15. Is 15 something that you could work with? Because they just don't need too much money to do these.
Yeah, I can work with anything, brother. I mean, I just also want to make, just make it make sense for, for everybody. And then, yeah, because, 15 wouldn't hurt me any,
Great. And then what kind of terms do you charge on something like that?
Our terms are pretty good just because we're partnered with a bunch of lenders. So yeah, our terms are pretty good as long as their credit's okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So we're talking most of our stuff is yearly terms, so 3 to 5 year terms.
Okay, this is probably a 2 to 4 month process for us. So I'm looking for
Understood. Yeah, and there's no prepayment penalty. There's nothing like that. So
okay,
so
perfect.
If they have the full funds in 2 months, that great. They pay it off, and their credit goes up tremendously.
Excellent. Yeah. So you might have a student who brings you an application, and it's essentially like, hey, my lender said he would fund 90% of $140,000 for the purchase price and the rehab. I need to come up with, say, $12,000 or $15,000 that I'm going to use for about 3 to 4 months, and then we'll go ahead and get it returned to you when the end buyer picks up the property. That wouldn't be an issue.
No, that wouldn't be an issue. I'd have a few ways to navigate that, obviously case by case basis. But let's say if it's like great deal, everything looks good, then we're good to go. We just finance it. I don't have to look at anything like that. Let's say it's not such a great deal, but the person has great credits. Cool.
Perfect. So you guys underwrite based on ARV as well. You might look at the ARV and the population and how much things are selling there. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Yeah. And then
so we'll go that way. But then I think just in the interest of time and everything, if everybody has okay to pretty good credit, I think it might just be smart to go straight good credit route, no questions asked, funding, 15K, everybody, just bang it all out,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm live right now, so I've got like 400 people listening to this. Their biggest question is, what is the credit requirement if there is one?
Yes. Well, since I know you're live with your people too, just so you know, our company deals with over 500 lenders. We everybody on our team minimum has a master's degree in finance. So we try to find the most creative way to make everything happen. Minimum credit requirements are usually 680. 680, and I'm not going to say across the board because it depends on which bureau we'll be using case by case. And then that's pretty much it. 680, at least 1 to 2 credit cards over 2 years old. And then that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then most of the funding, especially in this type of case where it's like 10 to 20K ish, this is going to be a 48 to 72 hour turnaround.
Perfect. Yeah. Generally speaking, it'll take us like 30 days to get title all in order to get the deal closed. But another question I had is experience requirement. A lot of these people are first time flippers.
Yes. Yeah, that's completely fine in terms of our lending. Because remember, on your end,
Yeah.
of course that's going to matter. But on our end, as long as the person has pretty decent credit, then we're good to go.
Okay, perfect. Well, this is great news. I'm going to link you with a team member of mine, and she's going to create a portal, like a link. So if you have like a personal affiliate link for your company, that lets you know that Ace referred this individual out of Hold My Hand Wholesale. That's excellent. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this resource in my Discord, and people are going to start reaching out and applying for this and seeing if they can make it happen.
No, for sure, brother. Let's do it.
All right. Thanks so much. I'll connect you to the team member, and she'll just get a couple pieces of information from you, and then we'll go ahead and create a little portal for this.
All right. Talk soon.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right, my guy.
So that seems pretty straightforward, right, guys? Isn't that? I think that's an amazing resource. What an amazing resource to have somebody cover the difference between what the lender pays for and what you have to come to the table with. Wow. Okay, so that's really good. I'm actually going to put in a. This is a different lender, guys. This is not a lender for fix and flip. This is a lender to cover the difference in down payment that you would need to come up with. They also do. They also said that they do creative finance and higher, bridge. They do higher purchase prices as well. If you're not a U.S. citizen, yes, I can reach out about that. And then I'm all done with my calls, so I'll take questions. And Jason, you let me know, man. You let me know. I'll bring you up about that deal, the one that I just sent you. I don't really know what you look for when you underwrite, so I'm kind of curious. Let's just make sure she actually got this, because the texts are green, and I don't know if that's going through to her. Sorry, I'm putting this together. Okay. So I don't know if she's getting these messages. She has an iPhone, but she's in the sorry. Didn't mean to call him. She's in the Philippines, and I just don't know if she's actually getting these messages. So I'll text her. Okay, so that'll be coming to the Discord here soon. Sorry about that. I don't know if, well, I don't think she understands. I'm going to give her a call. I worry that she doesn't fully understand. Hold on. I just have to make sure. Hey.
Hey.
I just wanted to explain what this individual does so that you can put it in the Discord. And then I also wanted to see if Kelly ever sent you a link, because when I click on the tab private money loans, it just said, or DSCR pre-approval, sorry. Well, let's click on it now. Do we have a link? We just have an
He
email.
hasn't sent me a link.
Can you follow up with her and say, hey, we don't have a link for you. It's going to be really hard to do this.
Okay.
And then for this new lender, this is a new lender, and I just want to explain the function of it so that you can write this in the Discord. When you're flipping a house, the lender pays for the purchase price and the rehab, but not all of it, 90% of it. So let's say the purchase is 50K and the rehab is 50K. The lender might cover 90K of that. You'd still need to come up with that 10K gap. This guy is called a gap lender. And he lends the difference between the amount that the lender funds and the purchase price, the down payment that we have to come up with. This is huge for the students because now they don't need to come up with any of their own money to do these fix and flip deals that we have.
Okay. Wait a moment.
So you're in a chat with him, and I just want to make a portal, like a portal where people can apply, and I want it to be super, super simple. For people to use, but the goal is to have the lender that we have in the Discord that funds fix and flips, and then an additional lender that funds the difference between the amount that the lender funds and what we need to come up with.
Can I connect you with Kurt on this? Because I'm really not sure what we are talking about.
What are you not sure about?
I didn't get.
You didn't get the
really
text?
Understand.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't really understand.
Okay. Did you get the text?
I did get the text, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely talk to Kurt about this, but I just need you to create a new tab in the Discord for quote unquote gap lending.
Okay. I will make it right now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And then I will message Kelly. I will follow up with her for the link so I can put it here.
Can you talk to Kurt and Dale about this and explain that Richard's added a gap lender, and just say that the gap lender funds the difference in between what our first lender funds and the purchase price, the amount that we need to come up with.
Okay. I will tell them.
Yeah, so we just want to make this accessible, and then get the guys, maybe he has a portal, or maybe he has an email or some way to apply. Get his information and then add that as well.
Okay.
All right. Talk soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So, and then I'll say at Ace, is there a portal you have for people to apply? And we'll go from there. Anyways, Jason, what do you think about that deal, man? You going to do a deal with me?
Yeah, it looks nice, man. I like it.
You want to get it done?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me go ahead and get this thing contracted and then assigned to you. I'll put you in a chat with my TC, and I don't see anything holding us back at this point.
Very good.
All right. We'll talk in just a sec, okay?
Sounds good.
So let me just call my TC really quickly. He will be buying that deal. So let me tell my TC. Please pick up. Just this one time for me.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Did you have a good Mother's Day?
I did. Thanks for asking. That was great.
Good. Happy to hear that. So you know that deal in Arizona where the guy was being rude to you? So I was like, how about not?
Yeah.
We
Shocked him?
no, definitely not. But I got another deal, and it's the
Yeah, I saw
exact.
your text come through. You just caught me at the grocery store.
I sold it. I sold it to Jason. Jason is going to be picking it
Nice.
up, and we're it's a done deal. Seller's on board, wants to sign right now, so time is of the essence. He's like ready to sign.
Wait, Jason
today.
was gonna buy the other one, right?
Yeah, now Jason's buying this one.
Nice. Okay, well that worked out for the best, actually. Because
Okay.
Jason didn't want to get stuck with the seller that would give him a problem later anyway.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Oh, Chris is calling me, but
Okay, go get a contract sent out. Basically, we'll make sure the PSA
Yeah.
is signed ASAP, and then we'll get an assignment. Just give me like 45 minutes because I'm checking out at the grocery store.
no worries. And then Jason, I'll put you in a chat with him. He'll send signing information.
Perfect. Okay.
Talk soon. Bye
Sounds
bye.
good. Thanks, Richard. See you.
Tax talk. I don't block people. Even if you hate me and think I'm stupid and lying, I don't block people. The only thing that people that get blocked is hate speech. That's the only thing I block. But you are welcome to cast out on this. It is okay. I'm happy to solve any and all objections that you may have. Let me now put my buyer and Jason in the chat, and then I will be making a call on a fix and flip, and then I will be doing questions. So. Computer, stop dinging. No more dings. Please, no more dings. Lexi, Jason. Hey, Lexi, this is Jason. He's the buyer for. Yep, that's $7,000 in, I don't know. I probably spoke to both parties for a total of 10 minutes. All right. Now I'm going to call Chris here. Chris is the one who's interested in this fix and flip. I have to see what he wants it for.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hey, for rehab, do you have a list that I can use to talk to the agent?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, you already did. Okay, let me check that.
But I might have. Let's see. Yeah, you see where I responded to the little PDF.
Hold on, I'm scrolling up right now.
Here, I'll just resend it to you. Right? Boom.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow.
So I got quoted pretty high. I talked to my guy and I was like, I can't spend over 55 on this. And he's like, okay, we can make that work. So, but there is an extensive amount of damage, more than we thought. And a lot of that stuff is listed on there. I'm going to get a more itemized list today.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
But I would definitely play it up and just be like, there's a ton of water damage and we have to replace some wood in the structure. And then also like we have to redo the whole HVAC system. It's kind of shot.
Okay. And you don't need an additional inspection?
No, we're good.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. I'll be live if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hop on. So I think if I can be below 45K, I'll feel really comfortable.
Okay, perfect. Below 45 or at 45? I was going to hit him with 45.
At 45 would be great. Over 45.
And
rehab, let's say worst case, rehab turns out to 60. We find something extra scary, which I doubt it. He's a licensed contractor. I mean, he's pretty confident, but let's just say it's 60. I don't know, like, let's say at 45 plus 60 plus another 10 for just closing and bull crap and whatever. I mean, my all-in's like 110, 115. And I'm probably going to sell this thing for like 145, maybe 150.
Okay. I will try for 40K.
Okay, that would be really cool.
We'll see what I can do.
Okay, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Okay, let me just have the file up here quickly so I can read what's wrong with it. So it says replace damaged fascia, front porch repair, window replacement, garage restabilization, full interior paint, doors and hardware, stairs replace, hardwood preservation and floors, deep clean, minor hardwood repairs, recoat polish, countertop, plumbing, basement ceiling, bathroom update, electrical cleanup. What's the biggest issue? Floors, subfloor repair. And it needs an entire new HVAC. Is that what it said? Deep clean, garage, window. Where's the HVAC? I don't see any HVAC. Okay, well, let's just see what we can do. This is in Detroit. Single family, fix and flip. Doesn't look like she's going to answer.
Hi, you've reached Heather Dell. Please leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you'd like a quicker response, you can.
I'll text her. So Peyton Street in Detroit. Peyton. And then we're going to add Chris to this. Her name is Heather. Good evening, Heather. I had my contractor walk your listing on Peyton Street. I have an offer for you. No inspection, EMD day one. Say non-refundable. Are you able to represent us? So I'll tell Chris no answer. And then just so I don't go absolutely insane, I need to remind wire info email. Okay, I'm ready for questions now, guys. Sorry for the delay here. Everything is all situated. I did a deal live in front of you, start to finish, $7,000. Now I'm going to take questions. Let me go ahead and start right now. I'll try to go for 3 minutes per person, and I'll try to bring up as many people as I possibly can, starting with Gatorade Bath. Hello, Gatorade Bath. How are you?
Hey, Rich. How you doing? I'm well.
I'm doing well, man. That's a whole rush to get a deal start to finish in front of y'all. I love it.
No worries. I appreciate it. 3 things. One is I live in Longview, Washington, not too far away from you. It'd be nice to bump into you and shake your hand one day.
Hopefully, man. Yeah, that would be cool.
Outside of that, I think I may have a solution for your Houston rental problem that you advertised on Facebook, I saw.
Yes, I do have a couple vacant properties right now. We have a solution as well, but I'm always happy to hear more.
Oh, well, I'm a solar consultant there. I travel to Houston every month. So the company that I represent there, they pay for Airbnbs every single month. So depending on what your rent is in your Houston rental, we may be able to rent that from you. And it's occupied about 15 to maybe 20 days a month, but definitely worth talking to me about.
Great. Yeah. Super interested.
Yeah, and then, oh, sorry, go ahead.
We're just looking for normal market rent, 2,200. It's not furnished. I don't know if you guys typically do furnished houses. But if we had an agreement with you guys where it's like, hey, if you furnish this, we'll sign a 2-year lease with you. Great. We'll furnish the property. I could care less.
I mean, we would like it ideally to be furnished and have things in it, but that would be something for
doable.
Bobby and the others to work out. But we're definitely, it could be something that worked out pretty well for you. And I know we're going to be there for the next several years. So maybe it will work out well for you for what your goals are for it.
Perfect. Yeah. I wanna connect with you guys so I can figure out exactly what it is that we can do with you. But can you DM me your phone number?
Yeah. I actually already sent you a DM. Give me a second. I'll send you another one. Hold my hand, Wholesale, right?
Yeah. Let me actually connect you with Chris here because this would be really helpful.
Yeah, just sent you the phone number.
Perfect. 1 sec, I'll talk Chris.
Hey.
Chris lives in the mountains and his phone does not get service up there, so I have to FaceTime him. Hey, I got a really interesting solution for one of our vacant properties.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's a guy who he works at the company. I think he said it was an insurance company or something like that. And they would want to rent out the house we have in Houston as long as we can furnish it. And they'd probably do a really long-term lease. And they only stay there 15 to 20 to 25 days out of the month. I'm gonna connect you with a guy who works for an insurance company that might want to long-term rent our property. We could get a higher than market rate rent for it because we'd furnish it. So we furnish the property, and they already are booking Airbnbs every single month. So if we furnish the property, we could probably sign it like $2,500. And these type of companies, maybe they'd even sign like a 2-year lease with us.
Okay. What happens if? Okay. Do we tried that with Selma?
But we're not searching. Remember, we're not searching this time. We have somebody who would want to do it, and we could get them to sign the contract, and then we could furnish it, rather than furnishing and then like, oh, we don't want this anymore.
Okay, that would be more ideal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's do it. I mean, I will say, I'm getting all of these properties onboarded with a management company right now, and they're very confident that they can find tenants.
But higher cash flow. We get more cash flow. This could, because it breaks even right now.
Yeah.
Right? That one doesn't make very
Yeah,
much money.
I would just have to exclude this one from the management company because they won't do furnished.
Well, we're still going to have one management play on our team, right?
I'm really trying to get them off of that because they're not super reliable. I mean, we can hang on to that one and just treat it as like a one-off, kind of like the Airbnb. Although the management route just seems more consistent, but we can do that.
They're
worried
probably
about,
open to sign a long-term lease, and it would really help cash flow. So I'm going to connect you with him, and he can tell you more about what this might look like, and then connect you with the people he works with. But they're already paying for Airbnbs in Houston, and we don't need to put this on Airbnb or make a listing or anything. We would just get them to sign the lease, and then we would put the furniture in there for them.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's try.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll connect you with them right now.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it, man.
All right, talk soon. Bye.
See ya.
So that's really helpful. I'm really interested in that. Yeah, Jason, sorry about that. I totally sent you the wrong address. And then Chris, my business partner. Hey, Chris, this guy works for an insurance company that would rent our Houston single family long term, likely above market if we furnish it. Hop on a brief call to see if this makes sense. Okay. Well, I'm excited about that. And I see you sent me another address in Texas as well. Is this something you're looking to wholesale?
Yeah. So I sent a letter of intent, but I think I may have screwed up. You can let me know. Actually, Jason, the gentleman that was on stage before he left, I showed it to him. He told me to bring it to you. So I didn't know I shouldn't offer more than ask and give an interest rate, but even at doing that already, it's still cash flows at like 21% cash on cash.
Great.
So I don't think I shot myself in the foot too bad, but I wasn't aware that there were foundation issues until after. The realtor didn't tell me. So I'm not quite sure if that automatically kills the deal. I already have a company meeting with the listing agent to go find out what those costs may be, because I'm assuming whoever you do flip this to, would want to know about that. Other than that, she just says it needs some cosmetic upkeep to get it up to market.
Interesting. And is this a creative finance deal or a lump sum deal?
Yeah, it's completely seller financed. My deal with them that is verbally accepted now is $245K with 25,000 down, 5.5% interest rate, and I think a $1,250 a month payment. Rents for $1,800 in that area, so
Okay.
still pretty good cash on cash. And he has an unfinished house right next door. He's also willing to seller finance. He actually sent me a video of that, so I'm not quite sure how to put in an actual offer on that because I'm not quite sure how much work needs to be done, but definitely we can get that one too.
Well, let's just so can I share my screen on this?
Sure, as long as nobody tries to snake it. Sure.
Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen on this. So
yeah, it's a nice.
You said it
looking
rents.
little.
You said it rents for how much? 1,800, something like that.
Market rent for a house like that, if it's brought up to conditions, about $1,800 a month. About 1750, 1,800. I think it's 1,800 for the amount of square footage it has.
And we have payments to the seller, which are.
Well, I think it's $1,249.13. Yeah. So offer price $245, monthly payment $1,249.14, interest rate of 5.5, down payment $25,000.
Okay, so $279 in taxes and $75 in insurance, and then it says there's an HOA for $18 per month. And you said you pay the seller $1,200 and what?
$49.14. I just rounded it up to $1,250 just so you can do math pretty easy.
So our PITI is going to be $1,621, and we're renting for. Let's just see what Zillow seems to think.
Ooh, $1,621.
Zillow rental manager. And then we can see that Zillow is estimating our rent at.
PITI is $1,621. There's no way.
Yeah. So it's with taxes and insurance. So you may be paying the seller $1,249, but PITI is made up of 4 or 5 parts. PITI A is association, and you do have a homeowners association here. So your rent is about $1,750 per Zillow, but an investor is going to look at that as $1,750 less 20% because of 1 month vacancy, right? So in a year you bring in $21,000, but if it takes 1 month to find a tenant, 11 months of that is $19,000. So we look at rent as 20% less than it actually is, meaning that you'd be collecting $1,400 a month and you'd be paying $1,621 a month. So the problem with this,
I forgot how goes in. That's my bad.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Imperfect action is infinitely better than no action at all. So 99% of people are in an analysis paralysis state, and I'm sure your deal could be negotiated. So this is where you are is much, much, much better than where you would be if you weren't taking action. So this is okay. I mean, I think we learned a very valuable
lesson. I'm not afraid to
today.
embarrass myself. Believe me, I'm a beginner just trying to make my first deal. So I expect to make mistakes, but calling people is what.
This is okay. So and then the only other thing is I would say we could totally negotiate this deal, but my concern is your foundation issues. Because man,
Yes.
what a slam dunk this would be if your payments were like maybe $700 less than they are. If your payments were $700 less, oh my God, you'd be looking at a really big assignment fee. But when we add a foundational issue onto this, I worry about this.
Me
And
too.
and I don't know what would happen even if you renegotiate. But if I'm gonna be real with you, man, I would say this house cannot sell to anybody else that wants to get financing, because you're not going to get long-term financing on a house with a foundation issue. Can't sell FHA, can't sell VA, can't sell conventional, can't sell DSCR loan. They can't sell this property, which is why they accepted your offer. So what I would do is this: I'd say, hey, y'all didn't tell me about the foundation issue. And I would remove the payment to the seller, and I would only pay the agent's commission. So the agent probably needs 3% on 225. So the agent is probably looking for a fee of $6,700. I would say this: I'd say, hey, look, I didn't know that y'all had this expensive fix in the house, perhaps one of the most expensive things that you could have. So I'll tell you what, I can't offer your seller a down payment, but I can pay your commission. So I would remove the down payment to the seller. I would offer agent commission only, and I would move your payments from $1,250 to closer to $500. And you say, hey, look, if I have to do the entire foundation, which is going to cost, and I don't know, insert like $20,000 of rehab for that. I probably can't agree to these terms here. So I would renegotiate it to agent commission only, $500 a month. And I honestly bet that we could find a buyer that's willing to fix the foundation, given that everything else about this deal is really awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll see what I can do. The same seller started building a house next door and can't finish it. It does not have foundation issues. It just needs to be finished. The address for that one, if you want to look it up, since I got rich cred having my back. It's 175 Lucy, literally right next door. And it's listed, I think she has it listed for just shy of 200K or maybe a little over. I can't remember, but I'm not quite sure whether it would or wouldn't be a good buy at that price. It just needs to be finished.
When you say finished, are you saying, well, you mean furnished with furniture, or do you mean?
Oh, no, finished. The home isn't finished.
Oh, the rehab isn't done yet, or the.
That's new construction. He started to build new construction there and couldn't finish the build.
I understand. So,
so I just don't know what a valid offer would be on a home like that. Do you want me to DM you the video she sent me?
I feel like the play on that would be to get it for a price where somebody can finish it and still make profit. What is this thing going to sell for if it's fully done?
Oh my gosh. So if I did my research correct, the other home, if it was brought up to current market, no foundation issues, would be somewhere between 285 to 310,000 somewhere. This one with a little bit square footage, I would say would probably be somewhere around 275, maybe to 280 ish.
Okay.
I'm guessing, but again, I am a novice at doing comparative market analysis, so you'll have to forgive a bit of my ignorance if I'm too far off.
We want to get this at 70% less the cost of what it is to finish. So 70% of it's after repair value or after construction value, and then minus what it would cost to finish the project. So that's your cash offer for 175 Lucy. And then the other thing about the other deal that you just showed me, you said you had a 5% interest rate. We would need to remove the interest rate to get to $500 a month in payments on that.
Right. Yeah. No, I'll spit it out and see what Susie says. Sorry, Susie's the listing agent. She's a sweetheart, but yeah, we'll see. I'm not quite sure I'm going to get anything to fly on the other one. I totally forgot to add in the taxes and insurance on top of the payment. That was my bad.
That's okay. Sometimes that happens, but you still get a house at on really good terms. We just need to go ahead and make sure that we add in taxes and insurance on that as well.
Yeah, no, everything I do from now on, I'll make sure that that's part. So my math would have been perfect if I would have done that, and I wouldn't even have considered this property at all. If that was the case, I would have done a little bit better, but yeah, we'll see what happens with the next one. But anyway, those are the only three things I had. I am in the group chat with Chris. Chris is your business partner, right?
Yeah, Chris is my business partner. I would hop on a call with him, and then he's going to want to learn a little bit because we don't know much about this, but I would just give him a call right now if you're available, and that would be really, really helpful. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I'll see what we can do. Me and my group, we go down there every single month. We have to have a place no matter what. Might as well be consistent. And as long as rent fits within what they're normally used to paying for the Airbnbs, we may be able to be renting from you pretty consistent, at least through the end of next year, I'm guessing. So there you go.
Great.
Hopefully
Thank you
we
so
bump
much.
on something that'll work. I appreciate you. I'm not going to take up any more of your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk soon, man. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Good luck, gang. Go.
Prodigy, what's going on, man? I saw you earlier.
Hey man, I'm currently at work right now, so I just have a quick question just typed out. Just short and simple, how would you interact with the agent off of Zillow? I know as far as like what to look for in the market, you know, prices can vary, but just real like direct and simple, just to not seem like uneducated. Once they're obviously you're on the phone with them, they're gonna probably know off the bat that you're a wholesaler. What would you really look towards you as far as talking to them, making it short and simple, and then redirecting, obviously, possibly a sale towards you,
So
as you would say?
Is the question how to approach a cash negotiation on the phone with a realtor?
Yes.
You want to pull up?
Because this would be my first like interaction. So say if I find a property, especially where to look for, you know, market between, I'm just guessing, anywhere lower 80K, 60, or the high end 100,000, just something simple. Just an interaction with the realtor, because they're going to know off the back, obviously from me speaking, you could just already tell, you know, just an interaction with them. What would you say in short terms of your words of how would you ask questions about the deal? Not too much to where it just doesn't get them off track, but just enough to where it gives you interest to where they'll, you know, move forward and possibly, you know, offering you something.
So the best answer I can give you is a brief role play. So if you would pull out a recording device, maybe your phone, I will literally give you a verbal script off the dome, and that will be exactly what you can say to realtors. I would say that there's no reason that you need to announce yourself as a wholesaler when you're calling them. You are looking on behalf of your team. You know, you're looking on behalf of your team. You have partners that end up buying the deals, and you're making a call on behalf of your partners.
Okay, thank you for that. And as far as leading to that second step, buying the deals, that would be obviously in our wholesale description. As far as offering you the deal, where would I place that, or, you know, be as the next step for you?
I'm sorry, what are you asking?
As far as the deals being made, so say if I got a deal or a possible, like they're interested, you know, into my, you know, it's obviously I'm not presenting myself as a wholesaler. So obviously if I find some kind of deal, like how you said, it has to make sense, you know, either below market cap or whatever the case may be. I'm trying to find a cash deal, you know, like just a little bit under, and then say if it's good, where would I place this deal towards you? Like I know you said you have a deal finder at, what you said you have some sort of deal, a deal placer to where your team comes out, or no, your team looks over your deal. What would I do next as far as for that?
So definitely take the courses. There are prerequisite courses that make all of this make sense. So definitely take those, or take them again if you've already taken them. But I just dropped those in the chat. Now, if you have a property that you get under contract, as we did today, you type #submit right here. You just type #submit right here. And then there's a tutorial on how to submit a deal to us. But yeah, that all you do is type #submit after you have a property under contract.
Perfect. That's all. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Did you want the intro? Did you want the?
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. And Brock, that's a really nice discount, man. That's probably a flip. So Brock, that sounds really good. And yeah, Brock, all right. I'm running out of time, but Brock, we'll check that out really quickly. So dude, this is exactly what I'm going to say. Hi, I'm calling about your listing on 123 Main Street. My lender had a couple questions that I was unable to answer. I'm just trying to get it pre-approved. Is now an okay time to talk? That's my intro every single call. I'm just looking to get pre-approved. My lender had a couple questions that I was unable to answer. Is now an okay time to talk? That's the first thing that I'm saying. And then beyond that, I'm going to ask them about the condition of the property. I'm going to say, hey, I mean, I've noticed this thing has been sitting on market for perhaps 90 to 100 days. It looks perfect. Is there something going on that I can't see from the photos? Like any rehab needed? Or have you guys been under contract before? Have you been under contract with another buyer before, and has that buyer backed out of the property? If so, what was the reason? I'd hate to waste your time on something like this.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you. You answered my questions. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's how I position yourself. And honestly, they're going to love to hear that if you can give them a call with that intro.
Thank you so much. That sounds obviously way more professional than what I had in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk soon, okay?
Of course. Thank you. Bye.
See ya, bye. Let's talk to Blessed 25.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Taylor H, 6-year balloon minimum, 6-year balloon. And any ideas? Up your purchase price, maybe up your down payment, trade terms to get to 6 years. Sorry, Blessed 25. I'm doing well. How can I help you?
Oh, yes, I have a potential deal on a duplex in Memphis, and I need your help trying to figure out the exact numbers for it.
Sure.
So, can I DM you the address and the guy's phone number, and he said we can give him a call?
Yes, we can. I told these guys I do questions here, but I'm happy to tell you exactly what to offer on the property.
Okay, let me go ahead and try to send it to you real quick.
Perfect.
I just sent it.
Perfect. I don't know why, but I didn't get it. Did you DM it to me on Discord?
I did. Or maybe, hold on.
I don't.
Probably typed in the right one.
Don't have anything right now, but if you click on my face, like where I'm waving to you right now, it'll say message. Guys, somebody's saying, can you please bring me up? I want you to tell me what to offer for the duplex in Detroit. Guys, I just want to show you this. Do we know about this program that we built for you? I feel like people don't know about this program. Can everybody see my screen right now? Watch this. So people are like, what do I offer? What do I offer? What do I offer? Look how simple this is. Look at this. You don't need to talk to me to know what to offer. Let's grab a random property. Maybe we find like this one right here. This is actually a real deal that I'm doing right now. So all we're going to do is click tools. This is holdmyhandwholesale.com, deal analyzer, section 8 calculator, list price. They want $99,000. Rent is $1,450. Property tax, $150. Insurance, $100. Assignment fee, I'd like to make $6,000. Look, that's all. That's all you have to do. It just tells you your offer. And if you're like, well, wait a second, I want an LOI too. Great, we've got this for you. So look at this. Drops a letter of intent. Letter of intent. You can also save this PDF and you can adjust your assumptions just in case you'd like to. But this is really, really simple. I think it's really easy. I don't have any problem with this. But anyway,
I sent it to your TikTok, Richard, because I couldn't figure out on Discord how to send you a message.
If we got a lot of people who are asking about how to figure out what to offer on their property, underestimate your rent a little bit. You know, rather than putting the full rent in the deal, I might underestimate the rent a little bit, maybe overestimate your taxes a little bit, because remember, this is just one way that some buyers view a deal. Other buyers might be more pessimistic. But that program comes with Hold My Hand Wholesale. You guys have access to that. Your login to Hold My Hand Wholesale. And remember, Kai, that's not buy box. So we need to show it again. So that's not buy box cartel. And remember, you've never once seen me put a deal into buy box cartel. Nobody's ever once seen me do that. All I do is I look at the actual manual numbers, but this calculator is not buy box cartel. So I'll show you how to access this from scratch. So I'll do it from scratch again, because some people were saying they didn't see it. If you're relying on it, I'm just going to say this, guys. If you don't know how to do numbers manually, learn how to do numbers manually. Like, this calculator works just fine, but if we don't understand what buyers are willing to pay, I mean, it's just reiterated over and over and over and over and over again. But it's really simple. If you're buying a rental property, it should give you a higher return than the stock market. If you're buying a fix and flip, you should be able to put money into that property and sell it. But if you want a calculator that's going to do the work for you, this is exactly how to do it. It's really simple. Login. Your login to this website is the same thing as your login to Discord. If you click the link in my bio and you join Discord, you get a login to this website as well. But all you do is you click tools, deal analyzers. You could do a fix and flip too. This does fix and flip, right? Let's do a Section 8 calculator. So this house is listed for $90,000. The rent is $1,450. The property taxes, maybe we say the property tax is $200 just to be a little bit pessimistic, and $125 for insurance, right? An assignment fee, maybe I want to make $7,000, and it tells me what to offer. So that's all you have to do. We have a seller finance calculator. We've got a fix and flip calculator, a mortgage takeover calculator. It's all right there. You just need to log into the website and use it. But if you're like, well, I don't really understand any of this, take the courses again, because the courses reiterate all of this stuff. So that should help you out a lot. Anyways, Blessed25 sent me a deal. I don't have a DM from you, man.
I'll send it to your TikTok.
I get about 100.
I couldn't figure out how to send you a DM on this one.
I get about 100 DMs every 10 minutes over there, so it's really hard. And I'm live on my phone, so I can't really see it. But I was gonna say it's from my TikTok is Faithful Car Lobby. There's just too many DMs, man. What kind of device are you on right now?
My cell phone.
Your cell phone. Okay, so hold down on my face, the camera that you're looking at, and it will say message.
Bam, I got it.
Perfect.
All right, I just sent that one.
And guys, if you're curious where the courses are, they're also on that website. So we built this website because Discord is inherently hard to use. So Discord confusing, right? So you can't miss on this website. This website literally just says courses, and you take the courses, or education, I guess. Okay, I see the address. Let's go ahead and pull up the property here. It's a multifamily. It's a duplex. It probably goes for $750 per side or so. Looks like they're open to seller financing. $10K down.
Yeah, fair market. Fair market is $1,000 for a 2-bed in that area.
Great. Okay. It says 16 beds, 16 baths. I'm sure that's a typo.
Yeah, it's just that he says it's a Zillow. It's a Zillow typo.
Okay, so you're thinking you get about $2,000 per month.
Correct. And I sent him, so it's listed for 130. I sent him a cash offer for 100.
I like that. That's good.
And he, excuse me.
That's good. I like that number.
And he came back and countered with 120. So I was like, well, the numbers really didn't work at 120. So I countered with him of a seller finance deal at 145.
Good.
And I'm running into a problem to where he's open to the seller finance, or if we came up on a cash deal a little bit. But the seller finance, I was paying him 145, 145 purchase price, no interest, and I put $500 a month. And he countered with 7, and I countered with 6, and he said okay.
Good. I like this deal a lot, man. This is a deal, and depending on your down payment.
But we ran into so the down payment, he wanted 20,000 if we did the low monthly payment, or he would take the down payment lower and a higher monthly payment.
I think.
Go
ahead.
But I'm running into a problem because he has an existing debt on the property, and I found that out not too long ago.
That's okay. What is his mortgage?
He owes just under 120,000. So he bought the property. He bought the property last year for 52,000, renovated it, and then took a loan out after he renovated it again.
He already took his profit.
And he said
he has no profit in the deal. This is a mortgage takeover. Hi there, Mr. Seller.
Exactly.
I see that you're looking for 130. How much money you make if you get 130? Your asking price. Well, I pay my realtor 6% of the sales price, so just about break even on that. And that's because you already took out your profit on a loan, right? That's right. Okay, so at your asking price, you break even. That's right. What am I making you monthly payments for? You have no equity in the deal. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I will give you 10K to take over your debt. Okay. That's all. This guy has no equity. This is a mortgage takeover. Dude, go take our mortgage takeover course. This guy is going to lose money on the sale with the offers that are coming in. So take the mortgage takeover course if you haven't already taken it. This is a perfect deal, man. He's already taken his profit. There's no money to give him. So there's no, I'll put a 5% or 6% rate. No. Your house is worth.
Does it matter?
Your house is worth one.
Does it matter what the interest rate is?
Well, we want the deal to cash flow, but even a 9% interest rate on this amount, which we never had 9% interest rates, but even if we had a 9% interest rate, it would still cash flow. Unless he has
his is 8. Line. So his is 8.5.
Okay, so he has an 8.5% interest rate, and
he said his PITI is about $1,200 a month.
Okay, yeah. So if it rents for $2,000 and you're paying 12, maybe you offer him. You could do 10K down to take over the debt, but honestly, is there a realtor involved here? Or is he just the seller?
Well, I was speaking to the realtor, and then he was kind of like, he wasn't kind of like into the conversation much. So he just gave me the owner's. I said, okay, I was speaking to the realtor, sent him the cash offer, and then he sent me a response. The realtor did and said the owner countered at 120. And I was like, well, I can't do 120, but let me speak to him about seller finance. And then he just gave me his number. And then I contacted the owner, and I've just been speaking to the owner all day.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so say, look, man, seller financing and interest rates is for equity. You took your equity out on a loan. I'll take over the debt, and I'll pay you your asking price to take over the debt. You owe 120. Let me give you, I'll pay your realtor's commission. So the realtor probably needs like 4K. Offer the realtor 4K, and then offer that guy another $4,000, 8K to take over his debt. So he's not going to make any money on the sale. He's already squeezed all of his equity out of the deal. Do you understand what I mean by he squeezed his equity out of the deal? He took out that loan. That's his profit.
Because he renovated it and then took the loan out.
Yeah. So if he renovated it and didn't take a loan out, great. You've got equity, but he renovated it and then he refinanced his hard money loan and took out all of the equity that he had in the deal. So there's no equity left. An interest rate is a figure that we attach to equity. And what I mean by equity is the difference between what your house is worth and what you owe on the property. He doesn't have any equity, so we just pay him what he does have left up front. He's asking 130. I think that's a fine price. Let's go give him anywhere between 8 and 10K to take over his debt. We can pay for the realtor commission, and then we can pay for a couple $1,000s to go into the seller's pocket as well. But actually, I will schedule you for a call tomorrow. I'll like literally call the seller and I'll pitch this to them, because I have a house in Memphis down the road from this property where we did the exact same thing. The only difference is it's 4 times more valuable than this house. And the seller is willing to speak to your seller on behalf of us and say, yeah, this method was a great decision for me, and I recommend you do it as well. So I'll set a reminder. I'll bring you up tomorrow.
Okay, perfect, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, let me go ahead and make that happen right now. And just be here tomorrow when my live stream starts. And then in the meantime, take the mortgage takeover course so that you know how to handle the situation, because this wouldn't be a seller finance. This would be a trust acquisition agreement.
Okay, awesome. I'll do that now.
Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Blessed 25.
Okay, I added it.
Okay, perfect. Talk tomorrow, okay?
Okay, buddy. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Our next person is probably Brock. Brock, how are you today?
Hey, Rich. How's it going? I'm good.
Doing well. How can I help you?
So I've got this Detroit property. It's listed at 280, and I've got it for 200. It's turnkey, rents for 2,200.
Dude, that's a really big discount.
Yeah, I've been talking to this realtor for a while, and she finally came down today. Got it under contract like 10 minutes ago.
Beautiful. I'm sure we can sell that. Can you DM me the address?
Yeah, it's I just sent it.
Right. Okay, so looking at this property, 4 bedrooms, single. Oh my God, you get a big discount, man, a big discount, and it's a new construction too. Wow. So this thing is just fully done up, top to bottom, huh?
Yeah, the realtor is the seller, and she fixed and flipped it. So
great. Hell yeah, bro. This is awesome. I mean, it's deeply discounted. It's deeply, deeply discounted. Do you think it's worth the discount that we have, though? Like, do you think that she was just kind of delusional listing it at 280? Or do you think that?
Yeah, she was delusional. I mean, it's been on the market for like a month now. I think at 200, could probably find a buyer around like 210, even 205.
I think,
But
I
280
think
was way
maybe
too
like,
high.
I think maybe like 215 because that's great, man. That's really, really
Yeah,
great.
there's some good comps too. There's one the street over that sold for 250. There's one that sold for 293, all 4.2s, like 1,800 square feet.
So if you bought this for 210, your down payment's 42,000. You pay about 1117, and then your taxes and insurance on this are going to be crazy high, 427 and 93, 427 plus 93 plus mortgage payment here of 1117, 1117. So your monthly payment is 1636, and it will rent for 2,000. So your cash on cash is very, very low, but at the same time, you have a really deep discount. So maybe somebody will buy this and just put it right back on the market. Maybe it's not it might just be a wholesale deal for somebody, but it's not really going to cash flow. And the reason I say that is because, you get 2K rent, 20% comes off the top, that turns it into 1,600. Your mortgage on this is a little bit above 1,600. However, a deeply discounted property like this can probably still sell. It's not a guarantee, especially because it doesn't really cash flow. But I would imagine there's a buyer who might want to put this right back on the market without a flip. Maybe just take new photos of it and throw it right back on the market for 230 and see if they can move it again.
Right. Yeah. The realtor said she could get 2,200 for rent, but yeah, I think probably 2,000, 2,100 more realistic. Do you think you had a buyer that would be interested in it, or should I just submit it
My
to Disco?
buyers want a cash flow, and without cash flow, it's kind of hard. But I would imagine that we might be able to find a buyer for this just because of how discounted it is. I don't know what they're going to do with it, and I wouldn't pick it up because of the negative cash flow. But yeah, $80,000 below list, so that's a pretty big discount.
Yeah, I just did 70% of the asking price, and she accepted it today. So
I look at what Kira just said. Kira just said this sold for 292 in November. So yeah, maybe maybe somebody will just throw this thing right back on the market.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. I would send it to my team and post this all over Buy Box Cartel on Facebook and see what you can figure out.
Okay, sounds good, Richard. Thank you.
Talk to you. Bye-bye. Hey Noah, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well today. I was really happy to get a yes and sell the deal on the live stream.
Like, yeah, man, dude. It's awesome to be on here.
Yeah, it's great to have you on. How can I help you?
So, man, I have a property that I'm brand new at this. I just got done taking all the courses. Man, I'm gonna be honest. This is the first house I called on, and it seems like it's too good to be true, or I might be doing something wrong. So I just wanted to present it somewhere. I was having a little bit of problems, but I think I got around all of them. I DM'd you the address to it.
Let's check this out. Actually, the RERN, I'm going to bring you up tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up the RE_RN.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you up tomorrow, and I'm going to sell that for you, okay? Because that's a really good deal. And Noah, let me check out your deal. I'm just running out of time here, guys. I've got a lot to do after this. I have to go to the boat, and I have to take pictures of the detail that they did poorly, because I hired a boat detailer, and they just did a shitty job. Now I got to send them photos of that, and then I've got to go drop off the Audi to get a front lip installed on it, and a couple other things too. So I got to head out here shortly. But okay, I'm looking at your deal, and this is a mobile home. And what kind of offer do you have accepted on it?
So he shot back at me at 100,000 for it. I'm pretty sure we can get him to go lower. So I did the math.
This is a vehicle.
This is a vehicle?
This has wheels under it and can move, yeah.
So this isn't a deal.
Yeah, probably not. But
I got you.
Yeah. We want the whole park that owns these. So I'll tell you what, if this guy, well, he probably doesn't, but this is probably just a piece of land. But this is a mobile home, and mobile homes don't really go up in value over time, maybe just a little bit. And they're also hard to rent out because they're not real houses. They just don't appreciate and they don't really cash flow very well, and they're not
So you can't rent out Section 8 with a mobile home?
You probably could. I've never tried to do so, but our buyers and almost all other buyers, they don't really touch mobile home parks or mobile homes. But
I got you.
They like so.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because like I was wondering why it's been on market, and I mean if you can get it at this price, why nobody else has touched it. So
yeah. It's just a mobile home. That's why. So don't try to find houses that are posted at a discount. Try to create the discount by calling. And make sure to stay in populated areas. I don't know where Weir or Wire or however you say that Texas is, but make sure you're in a really populated area with lots of people. You want to see lots of roads, not just a couple roads. That means this is starting to enter into an agricultural area. Like the further you go out, then it probably just becomes agriculture out here. So you really want to make sure that we're offering in areas that look like this, where it's like, oh, wow, lots and lots of roads around here. That means there's lots of activity going on. And we also want to make sure that they're actual houses, not mobile homes. But yeah, I don't think, honestly, no matter the type of deal we got, I don't think we could move a mobile home. But we do play with mobile homes, but not the homes themselves, parks. We like the entire parks. So if you have a park and they own slots for mobile homes, we really like that. That's a very desirable deal for us.
all right, I got you, man. Well, thank you.
Yeah. And then Titus, again, if you guys are looking to find out if your deal is a deal, you need only put your address into the deal checker on not Buy Box Cartel, sorry, holdmyhandwholesale.group. So let me see if I can find one for you guys. So this is a random address. I'm on holdmyhandwholesale.group.com, and we're just going to go to Tools, Deal Analyzer. And then whether it's a fix and flip, a Section 8, or some sort of cash deal, what you can do is you can just throw this into the Section 8 calculator, put in your list price, $90,000. And am I sharing my screen? And it'll give you an offer. So this is the fix and flip one. You've got one for Section 8. You've got one for seller finance. You've got a rehab estimator in here. So you can throw your deal in there if I'm unavailable to take your question. Anyways, we talked to Noah. Next is Nina. Hi, Nina. How are you doing today?
Hey, Richard. Having trouble muting myself. How are you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you?
Can you please check my deal? I'm signing it tomorrow. I'm sending to you right now.
I'd love to. Let's check it out.
Thank you so much.
Okay, St. Louis. St. Louis is a great market for us as long as we have a nice little discount there, and it looks like we've provided some value to the buyer here. So I see that we have a 2-bed, 1-bath in St. Louis. It's in renovated condition, and because it's
recently renovated, yes.
Because it's a 2-bed, 1-bath, the hierarchy of houses kind of goes like this. We have multifamily, single family, 2-bed, 1-bath, single family, condo, mobile home. So a 2-bed, 1-bath, single family is less desirable because it doesn't rent for very much, and it's pretty small, so it doesn't appreciate very much, kind of hard to find tenants. But at the right discount, anything is possible. So because it's a 2-bed, 1-bath, I'd probably offer something like 65 on something like this just to get a real big discount, understanding the buyers don't really love 2-bed, 1-baths.
Okay, I offered them 75.
We can always shoot our shot. St. Louis is a great market. We love St. Louis. But do you know what I mean by a 2-1?
I totally understand what you mean by 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say this is this could sell. This could sell. But if it doesn't, it's because it's a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Okay, so I should go 30 instead of kind of like 14, 15, what I did. It was actually because it was totally renovated, and I went kind of like, okay, I don't have anything for rehab, so let's give them a discount, but I shouldn't have.
No. It's possible that it sells. It's just that as a 2-1, people don't love this sort of investment. The houses that are 3-bed, 1-baths, they really like that sort of stuff. However, you can always do a 2-bed, 1-bath. I just get it on creative finance terms. So a 2-bed, 1-bath on creative finance terms, if it cash flows, no problem whatsoever. We will find a buyer for that. Or a 2-bed, 1-bath at a crazy discount, like a really steep discount. That could be great as well. I think here we're about $14,000 below list price for a house that's been on market for 3 months.
Yes.
That's going to be a bit of a challenge, especially because the discount isn't that big. So even if this were a 3-1 and you had this thing 14K below list, I'd be like, 14K below list is something that's really easy for our buyers to secure themselves. So I would lean towards this not being a deal, largely because we have a small discount on a 2-bed, 1-bath, but we're welcome to shoot our shot at it as well.
Okay, my second question actually is the deals that you sign. Do you sign only the creative deals or also cash deals?
I'll sign creative deals for you guys all day long. If you have a really, really, really good cash deal, I'll sign for it too.
Okay. So Adam Teets actually offered, because he's in the neighborhood, to kind of like be boots on the ground. What do you suggest?
For what?
For the sale that I showed you just now. He was offering kind of like to go look see.
Well, usually we send the buyer. If an agent requests that we send somebody, we can. But if we don't need to, usually I don't send somebody.
Okay, so I will not ask Adam to go see, right?
I'm sorry. Would you say that one more time for me?
Oh, okay. So I will not ask Adam, because he's in the neighborhood in St. Louis, to go and kind of like walk the property.
That's usually what the buyer does. Usually the buyer walks the property. We don't really need to send somebody to walk the property.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, I would just remember that there's a couple things off the top of my head that are important in these deals. One, a discount. Unless it's creative finance, you can be at asking price or above with creative finance. You need a discount above all else. Two, you're also going to need you're going to need it to be in a populated area. And then 3, if your house is a 2-bed, 1-bath, you need it at a massive discount, because buyers just don't really like 2-bed, 1-baths. Anyways, our last question here is going to be Jesimar. Hey, what's up? What's going on, man?
How are you? How was your day today?
I'm doing really well. Good day today. How about you?
I'm good. Remember that property I showed you? So I had somebody walk it.
Yeah, what'd they think? A contractor?
Yeah. I had somebody walk it, and he said it's a good amount of work. So how much do you think is too much for me for my first flip? He said about 75 to 80.
Did he give you an itemized list? Because that shouldn't be that anyway.
Yeah. He told me. So here's what he told me. He said there's 6 stray cats living outside. I got to be dealt with. It stinks too. Needs roof, windows, cabinets, interior trim, wood rot replacement, to mention a few majors. Don't know if AC works.
Okay. What price can you get it at?
Well, the lady was telling me 85. I was looking at ARV. Looks like anywhere between 220 on the low end to maybe 240 on the high end.
I would try to go for a much cheaper rehab. I haven't ever done a rehab that's that expensive. I've only done cheaper ones.
All right.
Although those are all the things that I have to fix in the house, and it still doesn't cost me that much. So I feel like your contractor might be pulling a bit of a fast one on you for that. I would put it through AI and say, hey, do you really think that this stuff is going to cost X amount?
Okay. All right, cool. No. All right, so I'll just figure that out then. All right, cool. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I would try to keep the rehab closer to 30 or 40 for your first one.
Yeah, for my first one, right? That's what I was asking. So if I went to pass it off to someone, I would just factor it in minus 10,000 or whatever I want for my assignment fee, right?
Yeah, great. This is exactly what we're talking about. Wholesale this house. Wholesale this house. This is an awesome wholesale deal. But yeah, get it at a price that would make sense, where you could pour that 70K in. But yeah, you may have just stumbled on a nice little wholesale deal, dude.
All right, cool. I mean, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk soon. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Okay, we got Jason here. Jason might just be taking over for me. Jason, are you just taking over?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, man.
Great, great. So somebody's like, hey, what do you get in Hold My Hand Wholesale when you join Hold My Hand Wholesale? When you join Hold My Hand Wholesale, there's a number of things that you get. So pretty much any resource you can think of, from email templates to phone calls, all that stuff is going to be in here. You also have 8,500 other people who are trying to accomplish the same goal, who can hold you accountable. But probably the biggest value is the classes. So we have classes that are anywhere from like maybe low end 4 to 5 hours a day, high end maybe it will go all the way up to 8 to 10 hours per day. But I don't know if there's been another live stream today, but this might be the third live stream of the day. So you might have access to over 5 to 7 hours of classes per day that you guys could show up to. You also have prerequisite courses, and then you also get a priority split on deals that you would sell with us. And what I mean by that is you keep the majority of the profit, even if we sell your deals. So the goal is take the prerequisite courses, learn what you need to learn, show up to the classes, and then find us and find deals and show us deals the same way that I do on my live streams. Anyways, another live stream's about to start. And ooh, that looks good, Pam. Wait, I wanted to talk to this guy really quickly. This guy said, DM'd you about side skirts. Yo, I really want those. Where was bro? Should I get an LLC? You can. Go to resources for LLC setup. In resources, you can find LLC setup. I mean, yeah, I guess I'd get one. Why can't I find your chat? Update about the Galveston deal? Oh yeah, I'm having the guy walk it. Hayden? Hayden, wait, what did you find? I am looking for something. Hayden might have found me something that I would pay for. Mr. Hayden, if you come up, we can talk.
My bad. I just switched to mobile. I don't have my mic hooked up.
You're all good. How's it going, man?
Good. I'm better at hunting rare car parts than I am real estate deals. So
This is I'd love to find those pieces. They're very hard to find in my experience.
I got a lead on a couple. I just need you to answer a couple questions about it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're talking finder's fees for something I'm unable to find myself. But yeah, this is great. Hit me.
Do you want the full kit all the way around? It has winglets and a rear valance, or do you want only the side skirts?
I want the full kit. I want the whole around the thing. I want that whole thing.
Word. And I believe that the designs for 04 and then 05 to 07 are a little different.
Really? Okay. So I didn't know about that. I do have it is an 04.
Okay. So, all right. We might be able to work something out. I gotta talk to some people.
Okay, I will drop in the chat what I'm thinking it's supposed to look like. So this is what I'm going for here. So let me just drop this in the chat. This is what I want it to look like. And these are the ones I'm hoping for. But if you found something even similar to this, I'd still be interested, because I just didn't find anything. What I found was eBay stuff, and I worry that eBay stuff is not very high quality. Or maybe
it's not. You want to go OE if possible. This was I'm not even sure that the reps are like the exact same design.
What I can say is that I see any ones from 04 to 07 driving around, and it looks very, very, very similar.
Yeah, so this is that titanium S60R guy on IG, and I believe that. So that's the full kit, yes. And I want to say it's an 05 to 07, but I'd need to ask my Volvo guru.
I think it is too. I believe his is probably 07 or so.
Okay. Yeah, there's, believe it or not, a couple for sale not even in Sweden, in the US right now. So
yeah. But gosh, I would love to. I'd love to find.
Heck yeah, dude.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah, gotcha.
Let me know, man. I would definitely make it worth your while if you found him.
I'm gonna be making some phone calls right now.
Thanks, dog. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you.
See ya. Bye. Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna do a giveaway and then I'm gonna head out. And yeah, let's figure out a little giveaway here. Real estate question. We could do a real estate question. I'm gonna do one giveaway. Double giveaway. No, we're doing one. We can spin the wheel. All right, this is a real estate fill in the blank question. Real estate fill in the blank question. Okay, guys. A seller has a $310,000 house with a 3.75% interest rate and owes $300K. They have $20,000 in back payments, and the seller needs to do a loan mod, guys. Because remember, a $300K house is not going to cash flow. Probably at all. It'll probably break even / negative cash flow. And with 20K down, even if we don't have to, we need to do a loan mod. So that win goes to Pam. Now we'll actually ask Pam. Pam, would you rather me spin the wheel and risk it landing on cactus of your choice, or would you rather $20 Venmo?
Wheel. Only because it might be an Apple Watch.
It could be you're right. It could be an Apple Watch. Let's spin the wheel. I'll go get it. One sec.
Risk for the biscuit. Hello, Jason.
What's up, man?
All right. Here's our wheel, guys. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Get that watch.
All right. What are we going to land on today, guys? What are we going to get today? It better not be the Apple Watch, bro. It better not. I'm going to be so mad if it's the Apple Watch. Oh, it's the burner phone. It's the burner phone. I'll tell you what, okay. The burner phone is actually more than $20. So if you wanted the $20, I could still do the 20.
I'll get the burner phone for content purposes.
Okay, perfect. We'll do the burner phone. So if you guys are like, what is the burner phone? Why do we have that? Well, you can load it with a Midwest area code, and then realtors pick up the phone more often. And then you can also film yourself as you make calls. So you can use your primary phone to film yourself to make content, and you can use the burner phone for calls. So it actually has a real estate purpose of people actually picking up the phone because you have an area code that's in their market. So for example, I probably do my most deals in Detroit. Detroit's probably my #1 market. If your guys' #1 market is Jacksonville, Florida, set it to Jacksonville, Florida, and then we'll go ahead and get that. So let me ship bro a burner phone.
It's my second burner phone.
Oh, you already have one?
Yeah, but I gave the other one to my brother.
Okay, well, let's get you another one. In my cart, I have 2 cactuses and an Apple Watch. So we're going to go ahead and remove those and just do the burner phone here. Continue to check out. And I feel like I already have your info since you won a couple times before.
Yeah, I just sent my address again, but yeah.
Yeah, it's literally the second address here. Deliver to this address. Deliver. This is going to be delivered tomorrow, May 12th. Just sent you confirmation.
Let's go.
Perfect. Great. Thanks so much for your time today, guys. My buyer for my wholesale deal that I did today live in front of you is here with us now. So Jason can answer any questions about mobile homes or taking over debt or doing his interesting tenant strategy. So I will catch you all on the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Bye-bye. Now, if you guys want to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, there is going to be another, live stream, and it's happening right now. And the link is in my bio. So you're welcome to join the live stream right now. The burner phone is just from Amazon. Catch you later, guys. Bye-bye. And then YouTube, same thing with you guys. If you wanted to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, we are still live. There is another live stream going on. You're welcome to join. Anyways, guys, I will catch you all later. Bye-bye. Link in bio, or just Google join Hold My Hand Wholesale. Bye-bye.